Hello everyone, welcome back to my blog. Today I am going to discuss about the current state analysis. As the name itself says, it's analyzing the current state of a system which you might want to rework or you want to completely change. So you are analyzing it just to figure out that you want to rework the system or you want to completely close the system and have something new proposed for it. So so for doing it, we have a as is process. It's basically a process management strategy that you are following so that you can study, you can analyze your currently implemented system. As is means what it is in the current state. So you are trying to understand the current state and see that what should be the next steps with the system. This usually happens in the organizations, and these kind of documents are supposed to be made. Why? Because of the increasing competition in various products in these days, companies are always trying to check out the current state analysis so that they can make the modifications, they can enhance the current functionalities so that it's more widely used by the end users. So everything's are changing very soon these days. So if you have, for example, the mobile phones, and you see the software updates happen quite often. Why? Because they are always trying to analyze the current situation and trying to see what is the best we can do out of it. So when you see the updates for certain applications happening, so that is only after analysis of the current situation that's happening. So there are several goals or motivations based on which you are doing it. First is you are saving money. How? Because you are, you know the system, you are trying to work on it only. You're not trying to completely shut it down and see that we'll not use it and try to do something from the scratch, because you are not doing that thing. So you are somehow saving the money by doing the analysis of what you currently have. And by this what happens is you are actually trying to create something new, uh, which is improved version of the current system. So any updates or version changes, for example the softwares, or the new cars coming up for the older cars, so it's only the version changes. And how is it different from a same company will have the same car will come in a new version? It means it's a improved process that they have followed, and they have analyzed what more we can do best in it, and they try to change it, modify it, and it becomes a new version. So you have, you're improving the business coordination, because by doing this what you have is you have you drill down to the base level, and for drilling down to the base level to understand the system, you need to get in touch with the people who are from the business team. Business team is the team which actually knows what is the system and why is it made and what it's everything all about. So it improves your connectivity with them, with the organization, and it's for the betterment of the team growth and the company growth and the software improvements or the hardware improvements. Anything can come under the current state analysis. Then adapting processes following a merger or a acquisition. So how is it done is, for example, you see a lot of mergers or acquisitions happening these days. So what happens is when a company is you have some another company takes over a organization. So what happens, they completely change the existing system of the organization, because they want to make their rules the part of the company that they have acquired. So that is how is it done. They first analyze what's happening in the company that they have taken up. So that is the current state analysis that they do. And based on that, they finalize that no, we want to keep it, or we want to change it, or we completely want to eradicate that and have completely new system which we are following, we will have it. So that is the situation of current state analysis. And to to be to be is a document. It is it is made based on as is. So as is what is the current state, and to be is what is a future state that we are hoping to have based on as is software. So using as is diagram, we actually work with the stakeholders to develop the improvements in the current process and add those changes into the to be diagram. So as is also diagrammatic representation, and to be is also diagrammatic representation. Why? Because sometimes everything is not supposed to be documented, have lengthy documents, because these are very quick processes which are happening. So what happens is sometimes a business analyst who is working in a project, he's supposed to analyze along with the business by having meetings with them, surveys, and so many things he can do to reach out to people and figure out what is the as is process and what can be the to be. So once he have all the information with him, he needs to have a diagrammatic representation of everything that he has. So if you see here, I'm sorry if it's not very clear, but here, let's take example for some e-commerce application or procurement application, I would say. So if you say you are a customer and you are on any e-commerce application, so you see you're trying to purchase something. So what happens is you place an order. You're placing an order here, and what happens is in this online shopping, they receive an order. So what happens at the back is they're checking the stocks. Stocks are available, so they check, are the stocks sufficient that we can actually give them the stocks. If yes, they say we will pack the goods and we will ship the goods. Sorry. Um, okay. So they pack the goods and they ship the goods, and which leads to the order confirmation, and it's completed and the invoice is generated. That is a process when the goods are there, and when the goods are not there, they will simply suggest a change. That maybe you can have, you see often that you're trying to see, you don't get something, so you get some suggestions which are similar to what you're trying to see. So they suggest something different to the customer, and you can, they ask them that you can make the change in your requirement, and then you can again process, you follow the same process, you again go back and you place the order, and then it's again checked and it's shipped, and the invoice is generated. So this is the current system. So a company says let's make it a better, that we should be making the customers more happy. So what they say, let's do it that we will receive a order. So when you receive orders, you check the stocks are available. Yes, they are available. So they say let's add up this thing that we request the packing of the goods. So where are the goods? Goods are always in the warehouse, so goods are packed. They always want to see, it's a world of show off these days, so you want to make things very good to everybody. So you plan that we will pack the goods, and then when your goods are packed, you ship the goods and it's sent to the customer and the invoice is generated. So that is how it is done. And then you say if you do not have, then you follow the same process, that you suggest them some changes. So they will make the changes to the purchase order, whatever they want to buy. And once they make the changes in the purchase order, it again comes here to the online shopping, and they follow the same process. And because this time they have ordered something which is already there. So it will not go into, definitely not go into the checking of suggest a change. It will simply see that yes, the goods are there, they'll pack the goods in a very good way, they will ship the goods, and the order is completed, invoice is generated, and it's given to the customer. So this is to be process, means you wanted this as is to be modified, and it should be to be. So this is how what happens in the version changes. Also there might be a very small change when same model car, it changes from, they change after 2 years, that there is a new version of, a given car. uh, so what happens is, it's not that you are changing everything from scratch. No, it's not that way. So if I say, you take any car, let's say a Harrier car. So what happens is, if it has a change in the version, it doesn't mean they are changing the model, the internal functioning of the car. No, it is just they are simply adding a very small thing to it. So the previous one was as is, and what is now in the market is to be for them, and then it's actually delivered. So this is basically as is and to be. All these topics that I am actually discussing are very important from the business standpoint, and anybody who is working into the software project or the hardware project, the team members and the business analyst, scrum master, everybody needs to have a good understanding of this, because it's something which are supposed to be prepared, they need to be documented. You need to have the flow charts and diagrammatic representation of all of these. That is a track of the entire thing, that what you were, where you were, and where you are now. So the versions keep changing, so this thing is very important for you to document with the time. So that's all about as is and to be. If you have any issues in this, you can write to me in comments. I'll definitely respond to you. I hope you like the video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and please share it with the larger audience. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.